Most people never even noticed the janitor at Grayson Elite Gym. He was just the quiet guy with a mop, wearing a faded hoodie, a limp in his step, and a face that looked more tired than tough. His name was Marcus, but to the young fighters who trained there, he was just Old Mop. They laughed when he passed by. They made jokes when he cleaned the mats. And they never once asked who he was before he became just a janitor. It was fight night. The gym was hosting its annual in-house competition. Friends, family, and sponsors packed the stands. The headliners were local rising stars, young men with chiseled jaws, cocky grins, and expensive shorts. The biggest name among them was Jackson the Cobra Cruz, an undefeated amateur fighter known for his brutal chokeholds and even more brutal trash talk. Jackson strutted around the mat, hyping the crowd, throwing fake jabs, and laughing with his team. His gaze swept across the gym and landed on Marcus, who was quietly wiping sweat off the corner post. Jackson smirked. "Hey Mop," he shouted across the mat. "Wanna step in here and teach us a move or two? Maybe show us how to clean up after we knock someone out?" The crowd laughed. Even the coaches chuckled. Marcus didn't look up. He kept cleaning. That only made Jackson louder. "Come on, man. Show us your legendary janitorial stance. Or are you scared to step on the mat with a real fighter?" The gym owner, Coach Ruben, tried to calm things down. "Jackson, knock it off." But Marcus, slowly and silently, stood straight. For the first time in months, he looked directly at someone. His eyes met Jackson's, calm and unreadable. "If I step on that mat," Marcus said quietly, "you won't last 30 seconds. The gym fell silent. Jackson laughed. "Did you hear that? All right, coach, let's go. Give the man his shot." Coach Ruben hesitated. He looked at Marcus, his expression unreadable. "You sure, Marcus?" he asked, lowering his voice. Marcus nodded. And just like that, the janitor dropped his mop and stepped onto the mat. He moved stiffly at first, removing his hoodie and revealing a surprisingly solid frame beneath. His back was covered in faded scars and a massive tattoo half covered by age and wear. No one in the room recognized the logo, a snake strangled by a clenched fist. But Ruben did. His eyes widened. "No way," he whispered to himself. The bell rang. Jackson danced in, confident and cocky. He threw a lazy jab and Marcus didn't even flinch. Instead, he stepped in with perfect timing, ducked, grabbed Jackson's waist, twisted, and took him to the ground like a sack of flour. In one fluid motion, Marcus transitioned to side control. Jackson struggled, but it was already too late. Marcus wrapped his arm around Jackson's neck, locked his legs, and squeezed. 14 seconds. That's how long it took for Jackson the Cobra Cruz to tap out, red-faced, gasping, and completely humbled. The gym was dead silent. All eyes were on Marcus, who simply let go, stood up, and walked off the mat without a word. He didn't raise his hands. He didn't celebrate. He just picked up his mop and began cleaning the corner post again. Coach Ruben couldn't stay quiet anymore. He stepped into the center of the mat, eyes wide. "You all think Marcus is just a janitor?" he asked, voice rising. That man was a legend. Marcus Iron Grip Delaney. Former U.S. Marine. Former Pan Am submission champion. 10 years ago, he was training Olympic hopefuls until life knocked him down harder than any opponent ever could. Everyone stared. No one laughed now. Ruben's voice softened. He lost his wife. His son. Everything. He walked away from the sport. Said he never wanted to fight again. But he came here, asked for a job. Not as a fighter. As a janitor. Because he said, "I need to be close to something that still teaches discipline. Something that still has honor." Jackson sat stunned on the mat, shame written all over his face. Later that evening, he approached Marcus with his head down. "I'm sorry," he said. "I judged you. Disrespected you. I deserved what happened. Marcus looked at him for a long moment, then gave a single nod. You've got talent. But you don't know respect. Learn that and you'll go far. From that day on, no one laughed when Marcus walked through the gym. Fighters greeted him with a bow. Coaches asked his advice.